How's it going, YouTube? It's FuzzyXYZ here. Now today I'm going to bring you yet again another deck profile of my prophecy build. I took this to locals yesterday and I actually came first place. I think I came like third place in Swiss, and then I actually won against my teammate Jamie in top 2. They only did top 4 yesterday because one of the rounds went on for a bit. They didn't hit time, so it only went to top 4. But I did win the whole event yesterday, which was absolutely amazing. I think it's the second time this format that I've actually won a hobby league. I think the first time was Gear Guys like in September, like last year. So I've not particularly won a hobby league in. I know it's like only a small thing, but to do it with Prophecy is actually pretty amazing. Prophecy is getting more and more popular now. It's top in regionals, it is winning locals and stuff like that, so hopefully I can actually get my qualification for Euros with this deck. This build is tweaked a little bit from last week when I actually made top 8 with it. I analysed like the deck and the matches I actually went against, and I tweaked a few changes, and then I changed my side deck because I was kind of scouting what decks other people were running yesterday. Now I do apologise if I do sound a bit ill. I have the flu at the minute. I have kind of a sinus infection, so I am feeling a little bit crappy. But I thought that it was my duty to bring you my first place winning deck profile. So we'll get onto the main deck first. If you probably watched my deck profile last week, then you'll see more or less the exact same build, but it's triple High Priestess, obviously, triple Spellbook Magician, still the 1 Temperance and 2 Justice, 2 Breaker, still the same kind of little engine as last week with 2 Old Vindictive and 2 Apprentice Magicians, Hand Traps, 2 Trag, 2 Veiler and 2 Maxi. Now onto the spells. I'll just move these to one side. You have the 2 Grand Spellbook Tower. They put in so much work over the weekend. I drew more or less half my deck in like one of the games. It was absolutely amazing. The 2 Spellbook of the Masters. I love the deck now this card has come out because it adds so much more consistency and draw power and depth into the deck. It's absolutely amazing. The 3 Secrets. Now I only have 1 Fate here. I did actually run 2 Fate. This was like one of the new changes that I did to the deck. I took out Book of Moon and put in the 2nd Fate. Unfortunately my Fate did not actually come through the post in a trade, so I did borrow one off my teammate Jamie. So shout out to you, bro. Thank you for letting me borrow the Fate. But yeah, it was 2 Fate. I think I'm going to keep 2. It worked absolutely amazing. Put in so much work yet again. 2 Life, 3 Wisdom, 1 Eternity. I actually made a good choice on not actually putting this to 2. Someone made a good point, comment on my last video, that you don't particularly need this at 2 due to the fact that you can just copy it with Masters. So they did actually make a good point. I took that on board, tested it, tested it at 1, and it still works out perfect. If I can find room, might put it in, but it is at 41 at the minute, I think it is. So, and last 2 spellbooks are 2 power, and then Whole Storm Reborn. Like I said, took out Book of Moon, and then the 1 Treacherous Trapple. Onto the extra deck. I did change, I changed 2 cards in the extra deck, which actually won me the games actually. So still saying Big Eye, Utopia. Got this out quite a lot yesterday as well. Maestroke. I think I'm going to cut Maestroke, to be honest. I don't particularly go into it, so I think I'm going to cut it for something else. Maybe a Dagusto Phoenix when I get one. Tempo. I actually went into this once against a Acid Golem. They attacked with Acid Golem. I had a Trag on the field, and then I normal summoned Justice. And no, I normal summoned a Temperance, overlaid into Tempo, detached the Temperance, and then lifed it back and brought it out by Priestess. That was pretty cool. Nice little play there. Carrying on, wind up domains. I don't go into this a lot, but it's kind of the same thing as Tempo. It's there when you need it. Gachi, more went into this every single duel like last week. And then Shining Elf. Put this back in. I think I got it out once in my top 2 match in the finals, and I think I just attacked the game with it, which was pretty cool. And then Scrap Dragon went into twice during the whole event. I don't go to Stardust, so I think I'm going to take it out, to be honest. I thought about putting Crimson Blade in instead of this actually. I'll have to do some testing on that. Black Rose, Arcanite. Went into Black Rose once, went into Arcanite twice. Gaia Knight, I think I'm going to change this out for Tempest, I'm not quite sure. Catasta went into twice during the whole day, went into Armion once, and the final card, I took out the Ancient Fairy Dragon because I didn't feel like I'd need it, and I put in the Chimera Tech. Obviously you can now guess what I'm actually signing. But I did go into Chimera Tech. Excuse me. I went in against Gear Guys in my top 4 match and actually won because of Contact Fusion. So I'll put that over there. And then on to side deck, like I said, the 2 changes were 2 Cyber Dragon. Put these in. I did see 2 or 3 Gear Guys there yesterday. I didn't see no Mermails because my teammate Aubrey went there, and there was one other person, but I don't think they did particularly well with it in Swiss, so I don't really feel I needed it. I had the D fishes in just in case as well. So I took out the Soul Drains for 2 Cyber Dragons. I sided them in against Rabbit once to try it out against him. It negated a warning, which was not bad, so they lost that 2k. And then I think I normal summoned my Temperance and then went into High Priestess. 2 Snowman Eater, absolutely amazing. They still cannot guess whether it's an Apprentice, whether it's a Spell Magician, whether it's an Old Vindictive, or it's a Snowman Eater. So they do fear attacking into my set downs. It also gets rid of T-King, which is absolutely amazing. 2 Soul Taker, more or less sided them in every game. 2 D Fisher, never sided them in, like I said, didn't go against Mermails, no Dark Worlds, nothing like that. 2 Leeching, there was a couple of agent plays there yesterday, so I did key these in. If there'd have been less agents and more Mermails, then I would have taken these out for the Sidras and keep in the Soul Drains. And then on to traps, Decree. Decree is going to be my card of the week for next week, so yes, that segment is coming back by the way, so do look out for that because I will probably explain that in the video, but it won't be so many games. Rivalries, didn't go against Wind-Ups once, and then Curse Sale sided in but never saw it. So like I said, I went first place, which was absolutely amazing. Just saw my stuff out here. My matchups, round 1 I went against Five Fists. I 2-1 that. He got me game 1. I opened pretty bad, and he had the bears and the gorillas and everything like that, so fair play. Game 2, I think I rolled Decree. I think he set 5 and I just went roll Decree. Popped his monster with Priestess and then started beating down with Priestess. And then game 3 actually went into time. In time, I normal summoned my Temperance. He actually judgmented, and I just laughed at my High Priestess, popped his Pearl, and then attacked for like 4-5 with Masters and Powers. So he couldn't do enough damage to get over it, so I did win that one. Round 2, I actually lost to Dino Rabbit. Game 1, I won, opened pretty good. Game 2, very grindy, out slow game to be honest. And then game 3, I opened really badly. I think it's like one of the worst hands I've actually opened. And then he just had like kind of the outs type thing. Round 2 went against like a newcomer type person with a 60 card deck, one of them people. So didn't really. Well, I just basically went High Priestess spam. They didn't really know anything my cards do, so I just kind of wanted to end it quickly. And then after that round, I actually, like I said, I fell ill. So I had to go and chill out for a bit. So I was actually planning on going home. But shout out to my teammate Booth, who actually looked after me outside for a bit. And then, fortunately enough, it was actually me versus Booth round 4 against his rabbit. He beats me game 1. Because I opened pretty mediocre. I couldn't get Priestess out, to be honest. Game 2, I went on High Priestess beatdown, and then game 3, I'd just gone into time, and I opened like 4 Spellbooks and a Monster Reborn, and he opened 3 Back Row and what was it now, 3 back row and a synchro, I can't remember what it was, and actually topped the High Priestess, which was absolutely amazing. So that was really, really lucky, to be honest, because he tried to bottomless and I just wisdomed, and then just ended up popping everything, and then attacking, and then he actually went into Dolka with Lance, and I topped the Soul Taker and obviously had the Reborn in hand. And then round 5 I went against Phil and his heroes. I think I 2-0'd that. Game 1 I just plus, like I said, plus loads off tower, and game 2 I fated his Shining. He had an alias on the field, and I drew into a Spellbook for life, so brought my High Priestess and just attacked the game. Then, like I said, came 3rd in Swiss, going 4-1, and then top 4 I went against Jordan and his gear guys. He won game 1 due to Fortress. He topped the gear frame, went into cannon, and then brought back his Fortress from grave. Game 2 he had I think he had 3 back row. No, he had 2 back row, a Fortress, Gigant X, and a what's it called? A gear frame equipped to the Fortress. So I went Heavy Storm. It was destroying a Warning and a Bottomless, and the gear frame. Special when the Cyber Dragon contacted, reveal 3 for High Priestess, and normal summon the Magician. Power and Masters on the Priestess, which was actually 8k, and then game 3 he opened like gear frame again with Fortress. I set Apprentice Mission and a Decree. I think it was set 4 or something. I went Decree. That basically shut him down. Went Apprentice into Apprentice because he attacked with gear frame and Fortress, and then went into my Magician. Flipped my Magician up, got the search, tributed it off for Cyber Dragon Contact Fusion for 3000, and then I went into the reveal 3 for High Priestess, and he basically couldn't do anything. No cards in hand and a Decree on the field. So like I said, I won that one, and then I went against my teammate Jamie and his Dino Rabbit in top 2. Game 1 was a really, really long game actually, but I was plussing like crazy off the tower. So I was like eventually drawing into the stuff that I wanted. I was kind of like drawing into so many spellbooks, and then I finally got the High Priestess. But we were it was a very backwards and forwards match. Game 2, I think he had like 3 back row, a Sangan and a Dolka, so I could do nothing. And then game 3, I went first. This was probably one of the, like, no offense to Jamie, and he knows that I love him, but this is one of the most broken hands I have ever opened with Prophecy. I opened 3 spellbooks. What was it? 3 spellbooks: Decree, Priestess, and a Justice. So I normal summoned the Justice, used a power on it because the power was pretty useless there. Set the Decree, end phase, search for secrets and another Priestess. So I had 3 spellbooks and 2 Priestesses in hand. He goes normal summon Sangan, attack for 1000, set 2, which was Warning and Judgment. I went Decree, and then I drew into, I can't remember, but I basically went double High Priestess on him. And then I set the Fate, and I fated away Sangan so he couldn't get his search. And then, no, he did get the search, sorry. I destroyed it with Priestess. Attack 5k, and then on his turn he went Rabbit into Bahamut Shark, and I flipped his Bahamut Shark face down, and then just popped it away with Priestess and attack for game. But it was up. It was an amazing day. I kind of felt bad for Jamie because I've never opened that busted with this deck ever. I normally draw into my Priestess or something like that, but that was absolutely amazing. But yeah, this has been a pretty long video, and I feel pretty poop. So hopefully you've liked this first plate winning net profile. I really enjoyed it. I cannot wait for regionals now because I do feel proper confident to actually play Prophecy at regionals now. I do believe that I can actually go in there and top. So like I said, I'm going to go rest and chillax now. Do look for more videos this week. Like I said, I've got my card of the week coming back next week. There's a booster box opening from my team. Going to be uploaded probably after this video. And also this week I should be featuring on Slim Team Symmetry's channel. I'm doing a Prophecy discussion for his channel, so definitely do check that out. I will leave a link in the description of a random video that I'll make next week when it does get uploaded to his channel. So hopefully look forward to them videos. I am FuzzyXYZ. Like, comment, subscribe. What do you think about the deck profile and stuff like that? Any tips, anything, like I said, I always read my comments and reply. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. See you later, YouTube.